Once, in the olden days, in the bustling town of Patna, there was a young man named Raju. Raju was the son of a poor carpenter and knew a life of hard work and modest means. Though he was friendly, he was often the target of his fellow villagers' taunts. From his walk to his clothes, to the way he squinted in the sunlight, nothing seemed to escape their ridicule. "There goes Raju the rooster," they would laugh, imitating his gait, always so flustered, always in a hurry. The villagers saw him as an easy target, an odd sort of entertainment. Raju, though hurt, never quite understood why he seemed to invite such scorn. With each passing day, his spirit grew heavy under the weight of his neighbors' jeers. One day, after a particularly harsh encounter in the town square, Raju decided he could take no more. He went to visit his friend, Mohan, a quiet, contemplative man known for his wisdom. Mohan worked as a potter, crafting bowls and vases from the very earth they walked upon. When Raju arrived, he found Mohan seated by his wheel, shaping a lump of wet clay with slow, deliberate hands. Raju poured out his heart. "Why is everyone always picking on me, Mohan? I don't harm anyone. I work hard, and yet they laugh, they mock, they point out my flaws. Is there something wrong with me?" Mohan nodded, listening carefully, then pointed to a large clay pot on his shelf. "Raju, do you see this pot?" "Yes," Raju replied, puzzled. "This pot took me weeks to craft. I molded it carefully, shaped it, smoothed out every imperfection. But," he tapped it lightly, "if you look closely, you'll still find small cracks here and there. Nothing in this world is without flaws. And yet, I didn't discard this pot. I didn't reject it. In fact, it holds water, grains, anything I put in it. Its value lies in its purpose, not in its perfection." Raju frowned, unsure of what Mohan meant. "The villagers," Mohan continued, "see in you something they do not wish to see in themselves. They focus on your quirks because it allows them to ignore their own. Perhaps, deep inside, they are restless, just as you are. By pointing at you, they silence that restlessness for a little while." Raju took a deep breath, thinking over Mohan's words. "But what am I to do? Should I change myself to make them stop?" Mohan shook his head. "Trying to be what others want will only trap you further, Raju. Instead, strengthen your own purpose, as this pot holds water. Don't let their words pour into you and cloud your heart. Use your hands, your strength, and your kindness to make something of your life. When you focus on what you hold within, the noise outside will fade." Raju went home with a new resolve. Slowly, he began to spend less time listening to the laughter around him and more time honing his craft as a carpenter. He built sturdy furniture and learned the art of intricate woodwork, pouring his frustration into each chisel, each stroke of his hands. His focus grew, and with it, his skills. Soon, the villagers noticed the beautiful pieces he created. They began to speak of him with a new kind of admiration. Over time, the laughter faded, and when someone did comment on his quirks, Raju simply smiled and continued his work, unfazed. He had found something that grounded him, something to fill the cracks within his heart. And, as the old storyteller finished, he looked over his audience, a glimmer in his eye. "You see, my friends, others may always point and pick, but it is up to us to decide what we let in and what we keep out. Just as the potter's clay is shaped by his hands, so too can our lives be shaped by our own steady purpose."